People ask me, what if it doesn't work? But what if it does? Hi everyone, I am BOUTIQUE Nocenti and I am the founder of Boutique Nocenti. Boutique Nocenti is a clothing brand that I have created. I've worked on it for the past year and a half probably, and I went live with it in January with the first collection. And now I'm presenting the second collection, that is Butterfly Effect. So Butterfly Effect basically it tells a bit of a story. It tells a bit of a story because in the first collection I have here I have written this little phrase that says, in the world of fashion, Boutique Nocenti wants to be like the butterfly in the chaos theory. And this phrase is also reported in the new collection here behind. So on one side here we have the definition of the chaos theory, and on this side here, on the other side, we have the definition of butterfly effect. So as you can see here we have the butterfly, and on one side we have as I said, the butterfly, and on the other side we have the butterfly but with a bit of chaos theory, so as a design. And you may be asking yourself why it is divided in half this way. It is because all the t-shirts that I have made have this zip, so you can open it all the way down. You can open it all the way down on the back and also in the front, and this basically gives you the possibility to completely divide in half the garments and let's say put it together with half of another t-shirt. For example, with two t-shirts I can have 4 different design, basically, because I can take one half and attach it with the white half, and then the same thing with the other half. So it's a great idea, I think. I had it, and I think Boutique Nocenti is the only one in the world actually doing it with some t-shirts, because there are other brands that have done it. Also Supreme recently released a collection with the North Face, and they have some jackets, and they did the same thing, that you can divide the jacket in half and let's say put it together with half of other jackets. But I had this idea, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe even more, because I had this idea in 2019 when I was in the United States, because I did the exchange here in Kansas, and when I was there I had this idea. I wanted to create a clothing brand, and I had this idea to make this t-shirt. So basically I was in my little room in the United States, and as you can see also now I'm in the room in my home here in Italy, where I grew up. And I think it's the best setting to tell a story about my brand and about myself, from the place where I have grown up, and basically also where many of my ideas were born. I had this idea in the United States, and when I came back I decided to create my clothing brand. But as you know, in 2020 COVID happened, so I came back to Italy 2 months early. So my experience in the United States was cut short. But I tried to start my clothing brand in the summer, because when I was still in the United States, I looked at many different manufacturers that could produce my t-shirts, and my idea was to produce them in Italy. I wanted them to be made in Italy, so that was my goal, and I found nice people to work with in Turin. So also I am close to Turin. I live in a small town in Piedmont, so not far away, and so I decided to go with them, and we started talking, and so everything was in place. And then at the end, in September, let's say the project did not start. So then I went on with my life. I graduated from high school the year after, basically, in the summer of the year after. And I started the university. Now I'm studying business and management. I started in 2021, and now I'm in my third year. And I'm almost at the finish of my bachelor. So I'm studying in English. Not that is important right now, but anyway, I wanted to say it. And so yeah, that was basically my route. And when I was in my second year of university, I went on Erasmus in Spain, in Zaragoza. And I was there and was like, okay, I really want to start my clothing brand. I had this idea 2 years ago, so why not do it now, right? So I was like, okay, let's start looking for manufacturer, and that was probably in December of 2022. January 2023, I started looking for manufacturer. I wanted to produce also in Italy. It was very difficult because, well, many manufacturers were asking for so many products to be made, and well, for me, I was at the beginning. I didn't even have a brand yet, so like producing 500 units of garments, it was basically impossible for me. Also because, I mean, the investment that I would have had to make, well, it was very substantial, and also to sell 500 garments, it's really hard. But I found this manufacturer. In the end, it was the same manufacturer that I found when I was in my fourth year of high school. So I started talking again with them, and well, it was a very bumpy ride, we can say that. It took like probably 8 months to produce a sample. It was very frustrating, but it's not easy to start a clothing brand, and you have always to account for some problems that can occur. So in the end, I received the sample, and it wasn't perfect. Let's say it wasn't perfect. There were many mistakes, but I made them change it, and then I received the final version. The final version, was it good? Is the same one that I'm wearing right now. I think the quality is really good. These are made in Italy, from ecological cotton, so I mean the quality is there. Let's say we can say that the quality is there. Then I decided, well, okay, let's now we have to promote it, right? We have to promote the brand, and it wasn't easy, I can say that. So I decided to have a shooting in January. I did a shooting for this t-shirt and the other one without the design behind, because that is the second collection. So the first collection was only the plain t-shirt with nothing behind, just the plain t-shirt, white and black. I did the shooting, was alone, and there should have been also a model, a girl, but she could not make it. So it was very let's say, because the t-shirts are unisex, so it's for both men and women, and to have a shooting only with a man, obviously maybe some women may be like, okay, maybe it's not something for me, yeah. The first collection did not go as well as I wanted, or as well as I was thinking. It was a very hard time. I cannot lie about it. And yeah, it's now I have this second collection. And what I did, I basically took the same t-shirt that I made, and I put the design on it, because I had so many t-shirts left, and I was like, okay, I have to find a way to to use them, because these are good t-shirts, so why not? And I found this design, the design that I explained it before, and well, I think it's a hit. I think it's a great design. It tells a bit of a story about the brand, and I really think it's great, and I really think that it can work. So some days ago, I went live with the second collection. These are pre-sales, and the collection is gonna be fully available from the 20th of April. So these are pre-sales, and in this collection there are also hoodies. There are 4 different hoodies, and then there are 2 shopping bags. I think it's a great collection. And I will keep saying it because obviously I made it, it's good. I think it's good. And well, I gave everything for this brand. It has my names, it has my reputation, so I really want this to work, and so I'm doing everything I can to make it possible. So I am doing an event in Milan, the 20th of April. So I'm doing this event because I want to show people like who I am, and I want to show them that I'm there for my brand. Like I will do everything in my power to make it succeed. And even if we have only 200 followers on social media, on Instagram, I really think these 200 people can grow, and I hope in 1 year, let's say maybe 6 months, when I will do again let's say a little talk with you guys, we will be like thousands of people, and you can fact check me in 6 months, 1 year, when I will publish the other video. And yeah, I really want to create a community, and to create a community, a sense of community, the people also have to see me, and I want them to see the product, to touch them, to try them, to see how they are. So I'm doing this showroom event in Milan, in Via Piranesi 29, and I have this little shop where we show everything, and yeah, you can order your garments on the website now, and can get your package at the event in Milan. So I really want the people to feel part of the brand, absolutely. So that's my goal. And yeah, I will keep, let's say, sharing how the brand was born, and even to the people that will come, let's say, at a later date, into the world of Boutique Nocenti. And I really want to have a YouTube channel. I created one where I will upload this little video, this little talk that I have with you. But there I want to show the behind the scene of the brand. Like when I travel for the brand, I want to show the people what I'm doing and all the backstage. But for now, I don't have I'm not really good at make video of myself, make vlog and this stuff. But for the event in Milan, I want to have a videographer that will stay with me from the moment I step out of the bed till the moment I come back in the bed again in the evening. So I want a video capturing all the day, and so you guys can also see it for yourself and understand all the work that there is behind organizing an event for a fashion brand, and also what is like working for a fashion brand. I think this type of content is really interesting also because it can inspire other people that want to create clothing brand to do it, because there is not a right time to do it. You just have to do it, because if you keep waiting and waiting, like, I'm just waiting for the right moment to start my clothing brand, well, that moment will not come. Okay, you have to create your moment, and that's what I did. I had the opportunity. Obviously, I'm not saying that it is easy to create a fashion brand. Okay, it is expensive. It can be expensive. It depends. If you start print on demand, it can be much more or less expensive. For example, I started creating my t-shirt from zero, so I had to make a pretty substantial investment from the beginning, but it's not necessary anyway. The point is that if you have the opportunity and the means, and you have an idea, a project that you really want to do, I think you should just do it, and not waiting for the right moment, because there will never be a right moment. And then in 10 years from now, maybe you will be thinking about, what if I did it? But you did not. So if you do it, then you have no, you can be happy, about it, because you tried it and you saw if it worked or not. And if it works, it's always really, really nice. So that's so that's a positive thing. What are the projects and what I have in mind for the future of this of Boutique Nocenti, of this brand? I have so many ideas. Like, I have so many projects that I want to do, so many things that I want to do to promote my brand. And I really, really hope that you guys can understand my excitement, can understand me, and want to be part of this community, and keep following the journey that I'm making here. Because right now, obviously, we are only at the beginning. I started in January. We are at the end of March right now, beginning of April. So we are really at the beginning, and maybe before going viral, it takes years or months, or maybe like in a month or so, in 20 days, I'm going to go viral, and then everything will change. So I will keep working till for that overnight success, that many people talk about. Because usually when people talk about an overnight success, well, it's not really an overnight success. There is maybe years of working behind the scene and not growing, and then one day, poof, everything change and the brands go viral. And that would be obviously a dream. So I'm working towards that. I'm trying to do everything I can in order to go viral, in order to reach as many people as possible. And one of my goals for the future is to create many events around the world, traveling to the city where the majority of my followers are. So that's why I'm doing it in Milan. I'm doing it in Milan because there is Design Week, and I'm doing it on the Saturday. So I think it's one of the best days to be in Milan, and one of the best week for the Design Week. And that is one thing. I want to reach people also, not only through social media, but also in the real world. So I want to chat with them, I want to show them my products, the garments, I want them to touch them, to feel them, and to understand that there is quality behind it, you know. um, so that's really important, and I want to do that in many different cities. Probably the city after Milan, if Milan is going to be a good event, obviously, then I will consider coming to Turin, where I'm studying right now. You know, I think there are many people there that know my brand or will know my brand, absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to it. And then obviously I want to come to Europe in general. Then I have so many other projects, but I cannot share them now with you. I really want to, but right now I cannot share with them. I cannot share it with you, and I cannot share them. So for that, you have to wait. You have to follow the page, follow the journey, and little by little you will hear and see everything that I am preparing and working it from now. So maybe you have to wait 2 years before seeing some of the project that I am working right now, you know. So it takes time, but I want to make them as perfect as possible before showing it to you guys, because I really want everything to be nice, perfect, because obviously the brand has my name, okay? It is Boutique Nocenti, my name is Guido Nocenti, so it is me, you know. It is an extension of me. It's a part of me, it's my baby, you know. So I really want to take care of it and make it good, really good. For the future, one of my goals that I can share it with you now, guys, I was almost forgetting it, is the fact that I want my brand to dress you from head to toe, okay? I want everything, like t-shirts, jackets, pants, shoes, socks, everything that you can wear. I want it, you know. I want your wardrobe to be Boutique Nocenti. Like, if someone wants to, he can wear Boutique Nocenti in, let's say, any moment of the day, for any type of event. So elegant, maybe more, let's say, for the day, for the work, to stay at home, to work out. I want to do everything. Also because I am an athlete, you know. I am an athlete. I run track and field, so I really want to also bring Boutique Nocenti into that field. It's not easy, but it is a passion of mine. As you can see from the picture here, maybe it's too dark and you cannot see them, but you can see that in some picture there is me that I am running, and in other here, maybe you can see them, where I'm playing basketball, because I used to play basketball and now I'm doing track and field. I did both for many years, from basically when I was 3 years old to my second year in high school. I did both sports, and then I had to decide one of them. But in the end, I choose track and field, and I'm doing it. I'm still doing it right now. I'm still running, and I will keep running because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so I want to enter in that field, but before that, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time because obviously before I want to develop all the lifestyle line that I talked previously. So before I will do that, and then in the end, maybe I will enter also the let's say sportswear kind of side of let's say the clothing. So that is one goal for the future. And many people talking about the future, talking about, you know, the direction where the brand is headed. Many people ask me, what if it doesn't work? But what if it does? What if it does? Because if it doesn't work, you tried it, you know, but you know that you have tried it, you know that you have given everything, so you're happy either way. And if it works, well, even better, you know. Obviously that's the final goal, it is to work, and that is what I will always do. I will try to do my best in order to make this project work. And so that's also why I'm doing this interview. I wanted to, you know, talk with you and show to you who I am, and I wanted to give a face to the brand. I think it's really important, because obviously when you go to buy a new clothing brand, obviously you don't buy only the garments, because, well, there are so many clothing brands around, right? So for me it's really important to give it a face before making a purchase, and I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to present myself to you guys, and I will also do that in presence to all the people that are coming to Milan the 20th of April in Via Piranesi 29, Via Piranesi 29, and I will also share all the information for that event on my social media, so make sure to follow me there, and see you guys, see you next time. Absolutely. hope to see you at the event.